In this lesson, we will understand what are decorators in Python. With that, we will also see its use cases with examples. Let us start. So you can consider a decorator as a special function that will allow you to extend the behavior of another function without even changing the actual code. So you can set more additional behavior to your function with decorators. Consider a decorator as a function only. So it will take another function as input and it will return a new function with added functionality. Here are the use cases of decorators. Decorators are widely used to check user credentials. Okay. It is also used to validate inputs. With that, it is used to validate tokens or API keys. You can also restrict access based on roles or permissions, like if admin logged in, then he'll get every access. Then he or she will get every access. But if the editor or even a member or even a subscriber logs in, then the access controls are lesser. So you can easily restrict access using Python decorators. Now let us see the first example, okay, in which we will create a decorator to convert case and we will call it convert case. It will return the value of the decorated function demo function. So let us see. So here is our PyCharm. We already created the Python decorators project. Within that we have our first file. In this we are creating decorators. Okay, so here the program begins execution from the very first line of code in the file. First definitions are processed, then decorators are applied at definition time, and actual runtime execution happens when you hit print demo function. By placing convert case directly above the function definition, the function demo function is being decorated with the convert case function. That is the following. Okay. The function convert case is the decorator. The function demo function is the function that gets decorated. Let us see the flow of execution. Okay, first convert case is defined and stored. Next, the demo function is defined, but because of convert case, Python immediately applies the decorator. That is the following. So at this stage of definition, demo function is equal to convert case, and we have demo function within the convert case. That is a decorator. So demo function now points to inner function, okay, due to the decorator. Finally, Python reaches the print demo function, okay, that triggers the call chain we discussed earlier. That is, demo function is actually the inner function. Inner function calls the original demo function, that is hello world here. Dot lower will convert the hello world to a lowercase, and this is returned and printed. Now let us run it. Okay, so it returns the lowercase of hello world. So this is how we can create decorators in Python. So this was our example. Now let us see example 2, in which we will call the decorator multiple times. That is multiple decorator calls. Okay, this means one decorator is applied to two functions. So we will take the same example, convert case. So here is a multiple decorator calls program. Okay, in the code, convert case is used once on demo function and once on demo2 function. Each function is individually wrapped by the same decorator, that is convert case. So both functions now return their output in lowercase, but they are independent of each other. Let us see the flow of execution. First, the decorator is defined. Convert case func is a decorator function. Inside it, another function inner func is defined. This will call the original function func, so that it returns the value to lowercase using dot lower, and the return is here. Finally, convert case returns inner func. Okay, so the decorator essentially wraps the original function with extra behavior, that is lowercasing the result. Apply the decorator. So when you call the following, okay, it is equivalent to demo1 function. That means demo1 function no longer directly refers to the original function. Instead, it now refers to the inner func function returned by convert case. The same happens with demo2 function. Now call the decorated function. When you call this, demo1 function actually calls inner func, that is this. Inside inner func, the original demo1 function is executed and hello world is returned. Dot lower converts it to a smaller case and that lowercase string is returned. Similarly goes for demo2 function. Let us now run it. Here it is. First it will print the lowercase value, then my first program, that is this. First demo1, then demo2. So this is how we can work around multiple decorator calls. Now let us see the third example in which we will apply multiple decorators on one function. So you need to remember that Python applies decorators from bottom to top. That is, decorators are called in the reverse order. The decorator closest to the function gets called first. Okay, so therefore in our example we will use add message decorator now. We will see two different decorators. The add message decorator will get called first, that is the bottom one will get called first in our example. So the following is our code for multiple decorators on one function. Python applies decorators from bottom to top. So in this code, we have two decorators, convert case and add message. Okay, so both of these are equivalent to the following. That means the bottom one, that is add message, will get called first. So first decorator is add message. When this is called, that is the following is called. Inside add message, it defines inner function, which returns hi plus the func. Here func is the original demo function, which returns John. Okay. So add message demo function, that is the following, returns the function inner func. At this point, demo function is replaced with inner func from add message. The second decorator is, that is from bottom to top, it is convert case. Now convert case add message demo function is called. Inside convert case, it defines another inner func which returns func.lower. Here func is the function returned by add message, that is the inner one. So convert case returns its own inner function. Now the execution of the print. When demo function is called, it executes the inner function from convert case, that is the following. That calls func.lower, where func is the inner function from add message. Inside add message dot inner func, it executes hi plus function how are you doing. Here func is the original demo function which returns John, that is the following. So it becomes hi John, how are you doing. So right click and run. Okay, it will return this. Also first the case will be this. Here it takes the string and applies dot lower. So the result will be the following in lowercase. Okay, so this is how we can work with multiple decorators on one function. So we saw what are decorators in Python. We saw three examples covering the following, that is first decorators, then multiple decorator calls, and then multiple decorators on one function. Thank you for watching.